Hello beautiful people and welcome. In today's video we're going to be talking about a topic I titled When God Shows Up. When God shows up. Nowadays, living life feels like a struggle. With the economic hardship and other things going on, making a decent living now is really challenging, especially for us Christians. People see us like we don't know what's up, that we are not smart enough, and that is why we have not made it big. And the truth is that when you see your mates who are not Christians doing well as a result of their ill practices, we seem to wonder if serving God is really worth it. Did I come to this world to suffer, or is suffering part of the Christianity package? Most times our pastors and men of God will tell us not to question God but to pray our way out, and we decide, okay, let me pray. But it seems like the more you pray and fast, the more God seems silent on your matter. Believe me, this is highly part of the reason why most Christians abandon their faith and run after other gods. And to be honest, I don't really blame them, because when people become desperate, they can do any or everything just to survive. But remember that Mark 8:36 says that what shall it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? Yes, I agree that a lot of people cannot afford 3 square meals a day these days. But I am here to remind you that God is still faithful. He is still our ever-present help in our time of need. You may have your doubts, but I want to show you something. In 2 Kings chapter 6, the Bible recorded a story that Ben-Hadad, the king of Syria, gathered all his hosts and went up and besieged Samaria. There was a great famine in Samaria. They besieged it until the head of a donkey was sold at 4 pieces of silver, and the feces of a dove was sold at 5 pieces of silver. You can imagine that. One day, the king of Israel was passing by, and a woman started crying out to him, "Help me, oh my king, help me." The king turned, "What is it?" And she answered, "My king, this lady said I should bring my son so that we can eat him today, and tomorrow she will bring her own son and we will eat him together. So we boiled my son and we ate him together, and today I am telling her to bring her own child so that we can eat, and she went to hide her son." When the king heard this, he tore his clothes and went into mourning. And the king said to himself that if Prophet Elisha could not find solution to this problem, that his head will be removed from his body. So the king sent messengers to go and meet Prophet Elisha to inquire from the Lord about their situation. When they inquired, Prophet Elisha said, "Hear the word of the Lord. By this time tomorrow, a measure of fine flour will be sold at a shekel, and 2 measures of barley will be sold at a shekel also. That is, it will be very cheap." One of the king's messengers mocked Elisha and said that even if God shall open the windows of heaven, how is this still possible? And Elisha told him, "Because you have doubted, behold, you shall see it, but you shall not eat from it. Follow me carefully." There were 4 leprous men sitting at the entry gate of the city, and they said to one another, "Shall we sit here and die? If we enter into the city, there is famine there, and we shall die there. If we stay here, we die here equally. Let us therefore fall into the hands of the Syrians. If they spare our lives, we live, but if they kill us, we die." So they rose up in the twilight and went to the camp of the Syrians. And when they got there, behold, there was no one there. For the Lord has made the host of the Syrians to hear the noise of chariots and the noise of horses, and even the noise of a greater host, as the lepers were coming. And they said to one another, "Behold, the king of Israel has hired against us the king of the Hittites and the king of the Egyptians to come upon us." On that note, they all arose in the twilight and ran away, leaving their horses, their donkeys, their camp at his walls, and ran for their life. So when the lepers came to the utmost part of the camp and they saw no one, they went inside and ate and drank and carried gold and silver and went to hide. They came back again and did the same thing, until they said to themselves, "This is supposed to be a day of merry, and we are here. If we stay here for a longer time, a kind of mischief will come upon us. Therefore, let us go and inform the king about this situation." So they came back to the city and told the potter of the king what has happened, and the potter in turn told the king. When the king heard this, he was so shocked, he couldn't believe it. He said that this has to be a setup, for the Syrians know that they are very hungry, so they left their camp and went to hide in the field, so that when they come out to eat, they will now invade them and enter into their city. But one of the king's messengers suggested that they take the remaining 5 horses to go out of the city and check to know if these people are truly hiding. So the king bought the idea, and they sent out messengers to go and survey the environment. When they did, behold, they saw on the road garments and vessels which the Syrians casted away in their haste to run away. And they returned and told the king what has happened. The people of Israel went out and spoiled the tents of the Syrians. They ate and drank and packed a lot of things, to the point that a measure of fine flour was sold at a shekel, and 2 measures of barley were sold at a shekel, according to the word of the Lord. So my dear, I know a lot of things are not working out the way you planned, but I want to tell you that when God shows up in that your situation, He will make the impossibilities to become possible in your life. For Psalm 126 verse 1 says that when God turned again the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dream. Today's message is a message of hope, that whatever you are going through in life, never give up on God. For weeping may endure all through the night, but joy surely comes in the morning. Even though situation and circumstances try to weigh you down, my dear, I want to urge you to remain steadfast in the Lord. Sing this song with me. God is able to do just what He says He will do. He's gonna fulfill every promise to you. Don't give up on God, 'cause He won't give up on you. He's able. If you made it to the end of this video, kindly like, share your views in the comment section, and subscribe for more soul lifting videos. Thank you so much for listening, and have a blessed day. Bye.